Hey, you made it. Welcome to Rom-Com. I am your host, Romthirty, and joining me is my beautiful co-host,
Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
So this episode is kind of our introduction episode. We're going to talk about who we are, what we do, and then get a little weird with like cryptids and Bigfoots and stuff. So let's get into it.
Hey, come and gather round. Adventure time, let's break it down. Romthirty, Nikki by my side. Brennan's dreaming, what a ride. Random chats and silly schemes. Join the fun, we'll chase our dream. Oh, hey, it's the Rom-Com show. We're diving in. Hey, into fun and laughter. Join us on our journey now. We're diving in for memories we won't forget. Come and laugh with us today. Let's make magic on our way.
Welcome back. So first, I just kind of want to say a little bit about what we do. So Romthirty is a visual effects company. I've worked on various YouTube companies that you've for sure seen online. And then I like to just do silly gag, funny things, funny videos. So in this podcast, we're going to be using some of those skills, some of those techniques to help visualize the stories as we talk, because we're just funny people. So as a VFX artist, I'm not afraid to use AI tools. I'm not afraid to try a new program. I'm not even afraid of the dark.
Okay.
There's so many programs out there that I just like to dip my toe into and see what happens.
Yeah, we love telling stories, usually around nighttime. Brennan, we come with these elaborate bedtime stories.
Oh, he loves these.
Oh, yeah. When he talks about his favorite one so far has been this one about a turtle that invites you into a shell. He ended up having a bar inside there with a shark serving drinks, an airport where everybody can travel to anywhere.
It's a very cool zone, very cool spot, and it's creative, and we like to leave it vast and limitless and let them just, explore with our imaginations and have fun with it, because I think that's what it's all about. We love telling stories and we have fun with it.
We do. We're visual people, where whenever somebody's talking to us, for some reason we're always sitting there imagining every little detail in our head as people start going and telling us anything.
We just get wild, and I think that's the beauty of it, just being creative and having fun with our imagination and bringing things to life and bringing entertainment to viewers and listeners like yourselves, because you're not only listening with your ears, but also your earballs.
Your earballs?
Like eyeballs for your ear.
I like to explore the supernatural. Aliens.
Yeah, we love aliens. We love our aliens. We love our weird paranormal stuff. There's a few shows that we're currently watching.
Yeah, there's Bigfoot, a couple of paranormal ones that we're talking about.
Car shows. I love my car shows. Right now we're watching Car Masters, Rust to Riches. I'm a big car guy, or at least I used to be. I love my rotary engine. When we met, actually, I had a RX-8 blacked out. Just a mean car.
How was it? The Batmobile.
That's the Batmobile to a T. Bruh. Do you remember that time where I was coming to pick you up and you needed your brother to...
Oh, yeah, my brother was wondering if you can give him a ride somewhere.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. He's only this 9'9" giant covered in tattoos.
Okay, that's over exaggerating it a little bit.
He is a super nice guy, super cool guy, but he looks pretty intimidating at a glance. But I was like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna give him a ride. I'll help him out. Where does he need to go? So he gets in this car. He squeezes into my little RX-8, and we're coming down this dark alleyway. And mind you, we live in the ghetto at the time. And so we're pulling up, and then I see these homies come out of nowhere, and they start surrounding my car, and these guys are just scary looking. And I'm like, what did I get myself into for this girl? So I'm nervous. I'm gripping the wheel, and these homies come around. They surround my car, and there's this one guy, and he's just the big homie. He's the big boss, the pit boss of the homies.
That's a ball hard car or something?
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get robbed here or something. So he comes up to the window, and then I roll the window down. He's like, and I always remember his line. It's just the funniest thing. He goes, "Damn, doggy, is that a viper, doggy?" So I'm like, I'm so scared. I'm like, yeah, it's a viper. It's the Titanic. I don't care what it is. Just don't rob me. Turns out, a bunch of nice guys. You can't judge a book by its cover, but nonetheless, it was super scary, super terrifying. But I'm alive.
Those are fun, sketchy moments.
Yeah. There was no crime investigation needed from that drop-off.
Speaking of crime.
Yeah.
I love my true crime. You know me.
Yeah.
Can't go to sleep without watching it.
Mm-hmm. That's your nightcap.
Yeah.
Love your crime.
I don't know if you were awake or not the other night when I had started watching something called The Fox Hollow Murders.
Oh, yeah. The Fox Hollow Murders. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I'm sure some of the listeners might agree, but there's that guy at the end, he is a murderer. He is the guy.
Let me ask you, what do you think? Am I the evil culprit, the accomplice? I'd like to know how the audience views me.
He's very sus. That's gotta be him. But yeah, you love to watch that stuff before bed. Like, I like a cup of coffee before bed. I'm like, I like
nightcap.
A little nightcap. I love it. But for you, it's like, and maybe for a lot of women, it's you ladies like a nice crime. Something scary, something to, I don't know, maybe it brings you comfort. And I enjoy it too. I love that stuff. With all these crimes happening, you'd imagine there's like an infinite amount of ghosts everywhere, which is weird because, like, if ghosts appear from something that was living and died, wouldn't there be ghosts for animals and insects? Like, where's the duck ghost at the lake? Where's the ant ghost coming out of the ant?
What about a dinosaur?
Yeah, exactly. Like a dinosaur ghost. Like, no one's ever said, I saw a raptor ghost in my bedroom.
I made myself a ghost friend. His name's Rexy.
Yeah, he's my paranormal ghost dinosaur friend. But that would be really cool if there was dinosaur ghosts around and just like roaming the streets, and it's like, whoa, I just got a glimpse of a Bronchiosaurus caught on camera. Yeah, there's just a lot of weirdness with that. I feel like ghosts are more of energies, not ghosts, but I feel like energies, when people pass, there's maybe an imprint that they leave in space and time that you can sometimes feel.
Yeah, trauma leaves a lot of us inside, so I can imagine that energy being released when we die, especially in something tragic like a murder or whatever.
So there's definitely feelings that can probably linger in areas and stuff, but as far as like a little semi-transparent blanket over the head looking apparition, perhaps not.
No, I mean, we won't discount it, but the likelihood, little slim.
Yeah. And then there's other weird stuff like cryptids, Bigfoots, which I love. I love Bigfoot. I'm a big Bigfoot person. Then there's weirder things like mermaids, which seems to be trending right now for some reason. What do you think about these mermaid things?
I haven't heard anything about it. What is this mermaid thing about?
They're basically saying that there's these like cults, secret cults that eat mermaids. There's some companies out there catching mermaids, and they're mermaids as you imagine, like humanoid tops, like the top torso is a human, arms, the whole...
So literally like the Little Mermaid?
The Little Mermaid in real life is what they're claiming to catch, and people are eating them, and they describe the taste and this and that. I think it's baloney. I mean, it's not baloney they're eating. I think the story is baloney.
It has to be, because, I mean, how does a cult literally centrify themselves around something that we've never seen before, but that's what they're centered on? Like, yeah, that would mean that there would have to be a lot of them, Right. You hear people sacrificing people for rituals and things like that, and back in Mayan time and stuff like that. That makes sense. You pay homage to the gods or whatever. But to say that you are seeking out a mythical creature, you're finding an abundance of it, and then you're feeding on it.
Yeah.
is just preposterous to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
and I'm not going to dismiss the fact that there may be things in the ocean that we haven't discovered, but I don't think it would have any sort of human form at this point of evolution anymore. Suppose that there was apes or monkeys that went into the water to hunt and evolved into an aquatic being. They would evolve something similar to a whale, and not a monkey with a fish tail. That doesn't make sense. So I do think there may be stuff down there, but it definitely would not look mermaid-like, in my opinion.
There's a lot of things we don't know about our ocean, and with the shifting of ice and things like that, things do break free out of the depths, but I'm doubtful that it would be a mermaid.
Yeah, there'd be frozen ice cubes of mermaids floating right there if that was the case. But that brings us to our close of this episode. I hope you guys like this. Next episode, we'll be diving into virtual reality and taking a look into that and seeing how it affects us and how it helps us, because there's a lot of benefits to it as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Tell your grandma about us. Tell your friends about us. Tell your dog about us.
Hell, tell your ghost friend about us.
Ooh. Did we pay the power bill?
Power bill?
Hogan.
Bro, it's literally just me.
Did we forget to take him to school?